Trump just canceled a visit to World War I veterans ceremony for the lamest reason. Oh yes, he says he respects those veterans, invoking their name every time he sees an NFL player take a knee during the national anthem. President Trump revealed his true colors again today. However, when it came time to truly pay respect to those who fought and paid the ultimate sacrifice for their country in Europe to attend ceremonies marking the 100-year anniversary of the end of World War I, the president was scheduled to visit the Aisne-Marne American Cemetery near Belleau Wood in France, where over 2,000 American soldiers killed in battle during that bloody war are buried. But the weather was rainy. So, rather than honor the thousands of men who had more bravery in their hearts during their brief lives than the 72-year-old cadet Bone Spurs has managed to exhibit during his entire existence on this planet, Trump sent his chief of staff John Kelly in his place, according to a report in the UK's Daily Express. The White House tried to fudge the optics as best they could, citing scheduling and logistical difficulties caused by the weather for the president's cancellation of his gesture of gratitude to those who defended our nation. It's difficult to imagine, however, why it was that those same difficulties weren't an impediment for John Kelly or, for that matter, for French President Emmanuel Macron and German Chancellor Angela Merkel, who braved the same inclement weather to attend a ceremony marking the anniversary of the armistice marking the end of the 20th century's first major international war. Luke Baker tweet @BakerLuke, Merkel and Macron mark the end of the First World War I 100 years ago with a solemn ceremony in Compiègne. Trump decided not to go to a ceremony at a U.S. cemetery near Paris because the weather is a bit rainy. Trump has no compunction using the military for his own political ends. He's used them as props for his fear-mongering campaign to sway the elections to Republicans by falsely and hypocritically hyping a caravan of desperate refugee migrants as a dangerous threat to national security and deploying more troops than we have in Afghanistan to the border. He also pays frequent lip service to troops and veterans when he bloviates at his rallies, seeking adulation from his supporters with lines of praise for the military that always garner him a round of cheers. However, Trump has shown his true disregard for the military, not just with his failure to brave the drizzle at a military cemetery, but through his refusal over the nearly 2 years that he's been in office to visit a single one of our overseas military bases and active service areas. At least one Twitter commenter recalled that our previous commander-in-chief was not nearly as afraid of inclement weather and disrespectful of his duties as Trump has proven to be. Today's snub was just another example of Trump's self-centered and oblivious behavior that proves why he is the worst commander-in-chief that this nation has ever seen. That the military continues to obey the increasingly deranged leadership of a known draft dodger too selfish and frightened to serve his country is a tribute to the strength of this country's institutions. Hopefully, they'll be able to survive the rest of his time in office.